Hey mate, how are you today? Not that good to be honest. Feeling a bit frazzled and overwhelmed with a couple things today. Yeah, just some anxieties in my relationship, and I'm also a bit overloaded with work, so I might just need some time to process my inner sensation later. Yeah, I'm also a bit tired from partying yesterday. By the way, wanna go clubbing tonight? You're in? Do you know exactly that moment where you feel something and try to explain it to another person, but at the same time you're 100% sure the other person won't understand you and cannot relate? Let's talk about what to do and who to talk with when you feel no one understands you. Welcome to today's episode. My name is Robert, and today we talk about that scenario when you feel that no one really understands you. When you feel something where you do realize pretty quickly that others cannot really relate or understand you, it can be quite intimidating. When I was younger, I often tend to get lost in exactly these moments, in negative thought spirals and in self-doubt. Questions like, what is wrong with me? Why do I feel so strange? Or why can't anyone in this world understand me were circling in my head. And even today, I have to admit, this still sometimes comes up. But what I have learned is that I'm fine the way I am. And even if I were the only one on the planet who would feel the way I do. Fortunately, that is not the case, because there are most probably millions and millions of people who perceive and sense the same things but not talk about it. First of all, I understood that because of my highly sensitive perception, I simply see and feel the world differently than many other people. Then secondly, after that, I met more and more people who felt the same way as I did. Quite insensitive people who have been asking themselves for a long time, am I the only alien here on this planet? So you have to accept in the first step that you're totally okay the way you feel, and then start your way to meet similar people who might feel the same way. One thing I learned for myself, if I have perceptions through high sensitivity that I cannot classify, then I no longer hope for understanding from people who do not perceive the world through highly sensitive eyes. If I have a problem with a client project in my job, I do not ask my mother for advice either. And if I want to tackle a mental challenge, I ask a therapist for advice and not a client of mine. Each of us is individual, and so is his or her perception and experience of the world. Experience-wise, you can exchange views with anyone, but you cannot expect to be empathized deeply by everyone. Therefore, think about who you confide in for which topic. For example, if you're a highly sensitive person, profound and introverted, then feel free to confide in our community here in the comments. I'm curious what you think about this topic. What do you do when you feel that no one can relate to what you feel? Definitely let me know in the comments. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the podcast yet, definitely do here on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you view and listen. Definitely check out the book list in the description, and I see and speak to you in the next episode.